everyone, welcome to TechOrbit channel. So I am going to continue that mathematical concept, mathematical functions which I am teaching you from last session. I started in last session that all the concept. So I will continue that all the formulas. So on the last session I told you some functions like sum, average, min, max. So that is all the simple formulas, and for like upcoming functions also like simple only. You have to know only the name and the means, what is the purpose of that function and what is going to return that function. That's it, and it's very simple. So Excel is automatically going to give all the functions name, and you have to write one word only. It will like automatically it will give. Okay, so first the next functions I'm going to teach you the statistical analysis, which I'm going to use in statistical analysis, that all the count if, count a, count a, count if, sum if, and the fifth one we can say count ifs, and the sum ifs. Okay, these are the six functions I'm going to teach you. So I will go just little bit fast, so I have to show the practice question also. So I will just firstly I will tell you like what is the meaning of all that, what it will be written. So first thing I will tell you about the count. So count function is basically it will return the only count the numbers. Suppose you have 2, 3, 4 and something like here don't you have nothing something and the 5, 6. So what it will return, it will, if you write the count and you select the range, so what it will return, it will return 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is a 5 numbers, it will skip that. So that is how the that is the work of the count function. So next I will tell you about the count a. The second is count a. So count a, it's count everything except blank. It skip the blank, it will skip the blank only, and it will count everything. Everything means everything. Now before that I will show you one difference. There is a three word: blank, empty, and null. These are three words. Basically people is like student is misunderstood these three words. They are thinking these all the same, because suppose you have one row and you have three like that, and you have this. Okay, so there is a nothing, means no value. So what you can say, this is a blank and this is a empty. What you can say, what is the meaning of blank and empty in that Excel? So basically blank means there's a nothing. Okay, blank means the cell with nothing in it. Okay, the cell with nothing in it, no value, no formula, nothing. Okay, but empty means from eyes you are saying like there is a nothing, but there is a something. Means it seems like a blank, you are thinking okay there is a no value, nothing, so it will be blank, but maybe this is empty cell. Empty means it's look like blank, but basically that is not a blank. There is a something, means maybe there is a empty string, means someone wrote like that. There is a empty string, means there is a empty string there is a something in there, but you from eyes you are saying like this is a blank. So that is called the empty cell. Okay, null basically not in Excel, sometime in Excel also, but basically in database we are using, means no value exists at all. Okay, no value exists at different means we can say we are, suppose there is a no value, but we want to show like this is there is a nothing, there is a empty or not a blank, so we just wrote like null. So that is all about, means unknown. Like we can say there is a something, there is a value, something will be there, but currently I don't know, so we can remove this, and when we know the value we can replace with that value. Okay, so you basically these two are very confusing. What difference between blank and empty? Suppose you have one cell, okay, and you have second cell, in that you don't have nothing, means nothing, but here someone write like that and press enter, but here also like nothing. When you see there is also nothing, there is also nothing, no value there, no value there, but this is empty and this is blank. How? I will show you in Excel. Wait a minute. Suppose this, I didn't write anything here, this is a blank, but if I wrote this like this, you can see here is also nothing. You can see anything? No, nothing is there. Okay, here also nothing is there. Okay, so here it is a blank, but here it is a empty, means you can't see anything, but something is there. Okay, so you can see something, means here is a empty string. Okay, but here nothing, you can see. This is also seeing like there is a nothing, there is a nothing, but here actually there is a nothing, but here something is there. Okay, so that is the difference between empty and blank. So most of the people is confused on that area, so I'm just showing that only. Okay, so what I told you, like count, it's just count the numbers. It will skip any everything. It will say there is a, if between that range there is a any null value, any blank value, any empty value, any error, it will skip everything. The count will count only the numbers. But the count everything except blank. Okay, it will skip the blank value and it will count everything. It will count everything. Okay, so I will show you. Like suppose currently I have this. So 1 2 3 4, this is a something, I don't have anything here, and 6 7. Okay, I will just removing this, and here you can see this is a empty, this is a empty cell. Okay, because here is a something empty string. Okay, means we can't see anything but something is there. Okay, so let's see how count will be react on that area. So you can see it's returning 6, means it is counting only numbers 1 2 3 4 5 6. It just skip this. Okay, let's see what count a will return. You can see it is returning 7, means the count a counting that also. What I told you, the definition, what is the difference? Count only count the numbers. Okay, count only count the numbers, and the count a can count the non-empty cell. Non-empty cell means expect blank, it is count everything, it can count everything it can. Okay, so it is returning 7 because here the empty string we can't see, we are thinking this is a blank, but basically this is a empty string, there just something is there. Okay, so it is counting that also. Okay, suppose it's count. Okay, suppose I remove that empty string and it's I take as a blank. So you just you saw this number, it's changed, it's again it's means now the count a also is skipping that blank. Okay, suppose I taking, there is a one string a, I take as a, you can see it's changed. Count a counting that text string also, text also. Suppose here I write something, you can see it's taking that error also. Suppose you write like error something, it's taking that also. Okay, but count is counting only numbers. Count a can count everything except blank. Count a also is skipping that blank value. Okay, blank cell. So that is the difference between count and counting. You can write, I am telling, you can write the notes, I am telling the definition. Count can count the numbers only, can count the numbers only within the range. Count a count everything except blank. Count a count everything except blank, means it can count text also, it can count number also, it can count empty cell also, it can count error also, everything except blank. That is the difference between count and count a. Okay, and that difference also is clear, what difference between blank and empty. Basically the people is little bit confused about that, like what is the empty and what is the blank. Okay, so that also clear. Now I'm going to next function. What is that? That is a, that function is a count if and the sum if. The next I will move the count ifs and the count sum ifs. Okay, so wait a minute, count if and sum ifs. Okay, so first I will told you about the count if and sum if, then count ifs and the sum ifs. So count if. Okay, so count if is basically, it is counts the number of cells that meet the specific criteria. What I told you, count what it will count. It's count the numbers only, it's count the numbers only. But now I added the if. You all know if means this is a conditional. If you know coding, you know about this word. Okay, the if. So count means it will count the numbers, but with specific criteria, specific condition. Okay, suppose I wrote here 2 3 4 5 3 6. I wrote here I want count the numbers where the value is 3. Where is the value is 3? Count that, means count how many 3 is there. Means I want the condition, the cell is equal to 3. So what you can do, you can just, when you type in the excel function, the count if, you just select the range and give the criteria, it will count that. Okay, and what is the sum if? Means you can see here na, count if means here you can give only one condition, means you are counting that range, you are counting that value within the range with one condition. Okay, sum if mean, you know, some the range of sum of the range, and the if Now sum with a specific condition means sum with a range, you are sum, you are doing the sum of that range with a specific one condition. Okay, what is the difference between, then what is the count ifs? You are knowing this is a plural and this is a singular, means this is a with one condition, this is a with multiple condition. So here you can count with multiple condition, you can apply multiple condition. Same like the sum if, you can sum if, between sum if and sum if you can apply the multiple condition, more than one condition. In sum if you can apply one condition. Okay, that is the difference. Now I will show you in that Excel sheet. uh I just fill, I will just fill it. Okay, so here I will show you the count if. Okay, so I will just write the count if, and you, I will select the range, I will select the range. Wait, how it's selected? I will select that I want the sum of this range, comma, comma. You can see it's automatically, it will show you, automatically it will show you what the next it's want. Next, now you selected the range, now it's want criteria. What criteria you want? I want the count of reading score where the gender is female, gender is female. So gender criteria, just select this cell, is equal to, you can see here, I just selected this, I want where the gender is, and you just write female, where the gender is female. Sorry, this is not a sum, so we cannot write like this. Count if. Okay, where the select where the reading score is 70. Okay, we cannot give the, okay, where the reading score is a 70. You just wrote that where the reading score is a 70. Okay, where the reading score is 70. The next, I want count how many females is there. Count how many, count if, like how many females is there. Okay, so how many females is there, so just write the female, same spelling, don't like spelling should be same. And you can see there is a 46 female is there in the gender. Okay, so that is the count if. Now I want sum if. Okay, so how the sum if is working? So sum if, just write the sum if, and I want sum the math score where the female, where the gender is female, sum math score where's the, so what, first I have to give the range. So I will give the range. So range means where I want to apply the condition, so I want to apply the condition here, so give the range of that condition, then comma, then I will give the criteria. What I will give the, I will give the criteria. What criteria? What criteria? I want to give the criteria. So criteria is what? Criteria is what? Criteria is a female. Criteria is the female. So just wrote the female. Okay, I just wrote the female. Then comma, then the sum range means कौन से रेंज का तुमको सम चाहिए, तो हमको मैथ स्कोर का रेंज का, मैथ स्कोर के रेंज का सम चाहिए, तो जस्ट सम का जिसका हमको सम चाहिए उसका ले लो. तो ये किया, एंटर दबाया, क्या आया, सम इफ. सो I did the sum of math score where the gender is female. Okay, for that means I have taken criteria range, मीन्स हमको किसमें कंडीशन अप्लाई करना है, हमको जेंडर में कंडीशन अप्लाई करना है, तो हमने जेंडर का क्राइटेरिया लिया. देन हमने कंडीशन दी, हमको जेंडर में किस पे कंडीशन अप्लाई, क्या हमको चाहिए, तो हमको चाहिए फीमेल, तो हमने फीमेल दिया. और फिर हमको सम रेंज चाहिए, मीन्स हमको किस चीज का सम करना है, तो हमको मैथ का सम करना है, मैथ स्कोर का. तो ये हमारा हो गया सम इफ. now I will teach you the count ifs. So wait a minute. So count ifs. So now here you can see count ifs, what I told you, the count ifs. What is the difference between count if and count if? We can give the only one condition, one condition, but in COUNTIFs we can give the multiple condition. Now here criteria range 1 means हमारे पास अब 2 कंडीशन है. तो सपोज हम चाहते हैं कि काउंट करो कितने स्टूडेंट हैं जिनका जो ग्रुप है वो डी है और एंड जो लंच है वो स्टैंडर्ड है. ठीक है ना, लंच है वो स्टैंडर्ड है एंड जो ग्रुप है वो डी है. ठीक है ना, 2 कंडीशन है, हमको वो स्टूडेंट चाहिए. ठीक है ना, तो हम क्या करेंगे, पहली क्राइटेरिया इसमें दिया हुआ है क्राइटेरिया रेंज 1. सिलेक्ट द क्राइटेरिया रेंज 1. सो फर्स्ट क्राइटेरिया रेंज 1 व्हाट इज दैट इज, सो सिलेक्ट दैट. सो आई सिलेक्टेड दैट, कॉमा व्हाट इज द क्राइटेरिया. सो हमने क्राइटेरिया रेंज 1 सिलेक्ट किया, बट क्राइटेरिया रेंज 1 में हमारा क्राइटेरिया क्या है, क्राइटेरिया हमारा है ग्रुप डी. सो कॉमा लिखा एंड टेक्स्ट है तो हम इसको डबल कोट्स में लिखेंगे. तो टेक्स्ट है तो हम इसको डबल कोट्स में लिखेंगे. डबल कोट्स में लिखने के लिए हम डबल कोट्स लगाएंगे और सेम स्पेलिंग लिखेंगे. व्हाट इज दैट इज अ ग्रुप डी. ओके, देन कॉमा, देन क्राइटेरिया रेंज 2. सेकंड, व्हाट इज द सेकंड क्राइटेरिया. सेकंड क्राइटेरिया रेंज हमारी, सेकंड क्राइटेरिया हमको लंच में अप्लाई करना है. तो हम पहले उसका रेंज सिलेक्ट करेंगे. तो हमने पहले रेंज सिलेक्ट किया, कॉमा, देन हम क्या करेंगे, हम नेम लिखेंगे. ठीक है ना, तो हमारा सेकंड रेंज जो है उसका क्राइटेरिया क्या है, क्राइटेरिया हमारा है सॉरी इट्स सिलेक्टेड अ डिफरेंट, ओह दैट इज नॉट यार, व्हाट इज दिस इज वन. सो आई सिलेक्टेड द क्राइटेरिया इज लंच. ओके, रेंज आई सिलेक्टेड. नाउ आई वांट क्राइटेरिया. हमको क्या करने चाहिए, हमें चाहिए कि इस रेंज में जो हमारा लंच स्टैंडर्ड हो. ठीक है ना, तो स्टैंडर्ड और हमने इंटरप्रेस किया. तो कितना आया, 21. मीन्स यहाँ पर 21 रो ऐसी हैं जहां पर ग्रुप डी विद स्टैंडर्ड लंच. ओके, सो ये हो गया हमारा काउंट इफ्स, मीन्स काउंट विद मल्टीपल कंडीशन. ओके, जहां पर 2 कंडीशन हमारी मैच कर रही है. अब व्हाट इज द सम इफ्स. सम इफ्स क्या है, सेम. सम इफ में क्या होता है, वी कैन अप्लाई ओनली 1 कंडीशन, बट इन सम इफ्स वी कैन अप्लाई द मल्टीपल कंडीशन. व्हेन यू राइट द सम इफ्स इट ऑटोमेटिकली इट विल शो यू. So you can see sum range, criteria range 1, criteria. So I want same. I want where the group is D, length is standard. I want the sum of math score. जहां पर हमारा ग्रुप डी है और लेंथ हमारा स्टैंडर्ड है, उनका हमें मैथ स्कोर चाहिए. कितना हुआ, सम चाहिए हमको. ठीक है ना, तो हम पहले क्या करेंगे, सम रेंज. हमको सम किसका चाहिए, हमको चाहिए मैथ स्कोर का सम. तो हमने सम रेंज ले ली, कॉमा करने के बाद हमने क्या किया, हमें चाहिए क्राइटेरिया रेंज 1. पहली क्राइटेरिया रेंज क्या है, हमारी पहली क्राइटेरिया रेंज है ग्रुप. सो हमने लिया. अब हमको लेने के, ये हमने रेंज ले लिया, क्राइटेरिया 1 का रेंज लिया. अब हमको चाहिए क्राइटेरिया क्या है तुम्हारी. तो क्राइटेरिया हमारी है ग्रुप डी. तो हमने लिखा ग्रुप डी. सेम स्पेलिंग, डोंट डू द स्पेलिंग मिस्टेक, इट विल गिव द करेक्ट नॉट, इट विल गिव अ इनकरेक्ट आंसर. देन सिलेक्ट द रेंज 2. सिलेक्ट द रेंज 2. सो रेंज हमारी 2 क्या है, सेकंड कंडीशन हमको किसमें लगानी है, लेंथ वाले कॉलम में. सो हम सेकंड रेंज सिलेक्ट किए. सेकंड रेंज सिलेक्ट करने के बाद हमें क्या देना पड़ेगा, स्टैंडर्ड. हमको क्या चाहिए, स्टैंडर्ड. ओके, प्रेस एंटर. तो इसने सम करके दिया. टोटल सम हमारा कितना है, इतना, जहां पर हमारी वो दोनों कंडीशन मैच कर रही हैं. सो जहां पर हम मल्टीपल कंडीशंस दे सकते हैं उसको हम बोलते हैं सम इफ्स और काउंट इफ्स. जहां पर हम 1 कंडीशन दे सकते हैं उनको हम बोलते हैं काउंट इफ एंड काउंट इफ्स. सो दैट इज ऑल अबाउट द टुडे सेशन. नेक्स्ट सेशन देयर इज सम मोर फंक्शंस इज pending, so I will teach you that functions. So be practice, I will give you some questions, so be practice with that questions, with that Excel sheet. Okay, so we will meet with the next session. So bye bye for till then.